In the psychiatrist's chair, Dame Barbara Cartland talks to Dr. Anthony Clare.
Barbara Cartland, do you like being interviewed?
Well, everybody likes talking about themselves. I've never met anybody who didn't.
And you do?
And I was born dead, and they said, that's dead, and threw it on the bed, and then I was determined to live, so I lived. And I always believed there were fairies in the garden. We had a very big garden. I was frightfully romantic then. We used to go and listen to the trees to hear the goblins. And it was all, to me, very, very, very beautiful. We were very poor. We had 2 servants. We had a nanny and a daily maid. It's awfully difficult now to explain to people the difference of those days. Yeah. Just like with morality, you know, people don't understand that you see everybody was very moral and everybody was a virgin and everybody took it as a matter of course and nobody talked about sex. They don't understand it. I had 6 proposals of marriage before I knew how babies came. I had my first proposal of marriage 9 days after I left school. I was horrified. I ran away. And Mummy said, now you'll have to get used to coping with the things yourself. So I did. Girls were not very well educated. When I look back, I was very badly educated in lots of ways. I've been in lots of schools. But simply because you were brought up to get married. I think it was very, very, very much more romantic, very much happier for women. And women were women in those days, you see. And the great excitement was to get to know a man.
But at the time, your first child was a daughter.
Yes.
Were you disappointed?
Yes. Of course I wanted a son. I'd like to have had a dozen sons. The real ambition of my life was to have a dozen boys. I don't know. I think it's ingrained in English women. They wanted sons. They like men. And I think English women, if you're a woman, you prefer men to girls. And therefore it's more important to have a son. And every Englishman, because it carries on the name. I so much prefer men to women. I always have. Yes. I don't like women very much because all the unhappiness that one has had in one life has come through women. And therefore, I so much prefer, I like working with men, I like being with men, I admire men, and I think men are marvellous. I mean, there's no use saying I don't. They're just like the heroes in my books. I adore the heroes in my books. Yes. They're all wonderful, wonderful people. They're demasculizing the men. They have done, and they've done this terrific harm. Along comes women's labour, breaks all this down, all due to women's labour messing everything up. If you think that's clever, I think it's appalling, and we've got to get back. And that's why every country now, and every prime minister and every statesman is saying, we've got to get back to morality, which is why they want me, because we've simply got to get away from this appalling behaviour of the women. It's the women who are behaving badly, not the men. See, I despise men who can't run their own houses, who want the head of their own houses, the head of their own businesses. A man must be a man and must have his own way. Of course he's right. What is fatal for a girl to just think, oh, well, I can give in. And what I say to the girls, I say to them, look, you'll be pressed by men today. In my day, they asked you to marry them. Now they ask you to go to bed with them. Don't do it, I'll tell you why. Because in his heart of heart, he despises you. In his heart of heart, he knows that you oughtn't to do it. And if he's got a mother said the nice girl doesn't. And therefore, he'll always despise you, even though he says it's wonderful. So just remember that when he asks you. And of course, I've had a lot of people wanting to stamp me down, you know. They thought I was uppish, which I am.
What is it that you don't much care about in relation to women? Because you've identified a number of very impressive things about women.
Well, I've had a lot of women friends. I've got a lot of women friends. Yeah. I always have had. They've been very sweet to me. But on the whole, I find women rather tiresome. I find they're not very intelligent as a rule. They
won't like you for that.
They're very spiteful. They're very spiteful. If things go wrong, the woman will always be spiteful. Now, a man won't. He has certain ideas that he will do and won't do. You know what I mean? And therefore, I find women just be a little pricky behind your back, just a little bit inclined. And of course, if they get the chance, they'll take your husband, your lover, and anybody else from you as they possibly can. That's a woman's job, all right. Well, then you've got to fight them to prevent it happening.
When you look at the miseries and the disease and the sins of the world, so to speak, are you saying that if blame is to be apportioned, women deserve more of it than men?
No, if it is to be apportioned, it's woman's labour. It's woman's labour who's broken up the guidelines. And I say, what I say is that if you marry somebody you love, it's your fault if he goes off the rails. It's your fault. You're the one who guards your husband. You've got to keep him away from temptation. You've got to make him so happy, so thrilled with you, that he doesn't want another woman. You see, the women are awfully hard now. They don't sort of play up to him as a man. I said, drop her, she's bad news, don't have anything to do with her. He said, you mean that? I said, go straight back and drop her. Find another girl who loves you, who wants to have your children, who wants to have a home. For God's sake, don't marry a girl who wants a career. What's she marrying you for? God first of all made one man, you see, and he was lonely, so he cut him in half, and then one half was the woman and the other half's the man. You go through life looking for the other half of yourself. I don't believe in death, you see.
Tell me about that.
Hmm?
How do you mean you don't believe in death?
Well, there isn't such a thing.
What sort of format? Have you any idea?
Hmm?
Does your premonition tell you what sort of Barbara Cartland it would be the next time around?
Hmm? Hmm? Don't you see? And if you had as many people in love with you as I have, I've had so many men in love with me.
Have you?
There's always been people in love with me. People in love with me now at 90. If you're going to have people in love with you at 90, I think it's very clever of myself.
Have
I know
you?
exactly. I'm very, very, very feminine when I'm with a man. I may be aggressive when I'm talking to you. I'm not aggressive when I'm talking to a man who I want to keep in love with me. I tell him he's wonderful. I think all men are wonderful. The man we love is the most wonderful of all. But we must never forget to tell him so. Why this feeling? Why this glow? Why the thrill when you say hello? It's a strange and tender magic you do, Mr. Wonderful, that's you. Why this trembling when you speak? Why this joy when you touch my cheek? I must tell you what my heart knows is true. Mr. Wonderful, that's you.
And why this longing to know your charms? You spend forever here in your arms.
Oh, there's much more I could say, but the words keep slipping away, and I'm left with only one point of view. Mr. Wonderful, that's you. Men are wonderful, but so many women are afraid to admit it, in case it detracts something from them. The man one loves is part of oneself, and to make him wonderful, we too must be wonderful, in thought, word, deed, and of course, heart. One more thing, then I'm through, Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful,
Mr. Wonderful, I love you.
Barbara Cartland, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it a lot. I thought I would.